Hello and welcome to a brand new episode of Black on Black Cinema. I'm your host Jay. I'm here with my co-host Micah.
Hey.
And Tiara.
Hey.
All right, guys, we're back. This episode, oh boy, this is gonna be.
It's just my face, yo. It's just my face. That's all. God damn.
I mean, it's one only a mother could love. All right, we're back. This is episode 240. No Good Deed. Terrence is out this week, but he will hopefully return next week. However, this is the 2014 film starring Taraji P. Henson and Idris Elba about a malignant narcissist criminal played by Idris Elba who harasses an innocent woman, Taraji P. Henson, while she's home with her two kids. I will start with Tiara. Had you seen this movie before?
Yes, I had, but I couldn't remember all of it, so I just watched it like right before we hopped on, and I was like, "Oh yeah, I remember this part." And yeah, it's fine. I didn't hate it. Right. It's just it's a middle of the road thriller that I feel like we deserve to have with some major stars in it. Idris Elba is not hot to me in this movie at all. Probably because he plays a crazy person. He knows how to play a villain very well. I know, like, and it's not in the way that he played a villain in The Wire, but like just a crazy dude where you would not want to be alone with him. And if you saw him, your gut would tell you that something is off. Thought Taraji was fine. It was less than 90 minutes long, which I thought was great. Keep it a solid.
The best part of this movie is the runtime.
But it was like tight, tight storyline, not too long, fun watch. I think if you're like folding laundry or doing work and you just need something to put on, sure. When did this come out? 2014?
Yeah.
So it's about almost 10 years old. Oh wow. Okay. And I forgot that Mac from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. was in this.
Yeah.
And he had hair. And I was like, oh.
Yeah, it's weird.
I like you better bald. Yeah, it's a little weird.
It's weird.
But yeah, it was cool. I don't know who picked this movie.
I did because we couldn't. I was trying to find a light movie. This is about as light as it gets. Not a lot of heavy lifting theme wise for this film.
Yeah, just a movie about a guy who has a problem with women specifically, and clearly has some unresolved issues with his ex-fiance and has a pattern of harming his love interests. Very light.
Yeah, as you say that, perhaps there is a deeper meaning. Yikes. I was just like, oh, it's a black thriller. All of these are dumb and they're fun.
But you know what? There was one part I was like, well, because they're two young kids in this movie, and I was like, well, at least he's not like Mikey Ealy, just threw some kids up the window. So
yeah, he's better than that.
I would have preferred it. All
right, we'll go to
the biggest thing about this movie is like the script is not like good, but it's not horrible, right? Like it's got a nice little twist in the end, right? I just wish that Idris Elba like wanted to be there and wanted to play. He's too serious of an actor. He's too serious of an actor for this silly movie. I expected him to like, this is crazy, Sharon, right? Like that's what I wanted from this. You know what I mean? And I didn't get it. The movie's fine. It's just kind of boring. Like, and these types of movies, I know I saw this movie before, right? And there's only one person that I could have seen it with in 2014, right? And I told her that, And she said, "I don't remember anything about this movie."
There's no way that's true.
And that is the most damning thing that I can say about this movie.
I remember when you saw it with her. I remember this.
Of course you do, because I remember seeing this movie.
Yeah.
And she
loves movies like these too.
She loves movies like this. Like this
so she can't remember. Oof.
Right. Like these movies are designed for her, right? Like that's the reason they put black people in these obviously white people movies. Colin. Yeah. Okay. Colin Terri. Evans. Okay, Colin Evans. Terry Granger. That's Taraji P. Henson's name. Terry Granger. All right.
Her and Leslie Bibb are best friends.
Her and Leslie Bibb are best friends. They know everything about each other. No, I don't even think Taraji P. Henson knows who Leslie Bibb is, and they were in this movie together. Get out of here, man.
I think that's my favorite thing consistently across all black thrillers is that they don't write them for black people. They just have generic ones that they've written for white people, and they're just like black. Like they just get the script and they're like, yeah, this will work.
Terry and Jeffrey Granger.
Yeah, that doesn't work.
Right. Terry and Jeffrey Granger. Okay.
Yeah, not a Tyrone. Not a Taraji.
I do know.
Not even a Jeff. Not even a Jeff. I don't know a Jeffrey. I don't know a black.
Or it should be Jay. It should like something a bit more
just
ethnic.
I'm sorry. What was the name you went with?
Jay.
Nah, yo, leave me the fuck out of the script of this movie. I don't do that.
Please, Jay. It's not about you.
My name.
I mean, I know a black person with the last name Granger. Like in real life, one.
Biracial?
No, he black. Black as fuck.
Okay.
Is his name Jeffrey?
No.
Nah,
does he go by Jeffrey?
Nah, it's Tyrone.
No.
Get out of here, man. So look, this movie is look, if you just want something like Tiara said, just to kind of have on in the background, or if you have a spouse, probably like a black woman who does not like scary movies or want to be scared, but like it's a perfect date movie for the 30 and over club card members. You know what I'm saying? Like, see, Tiara don't even know what 30 and over club cards are.
Yo, I hate you so much for that. Yo, I hate you so much for not knowing what that is. I really do. Oh shit!
Shit, to her it's probably more like 45.
The reason I'm looking like that is because it sounds like Micah. I know who you are talking about, but I'm like, why do I see myself in this?
Yeah, you in that crew.
Yeah, you hit it, man. You hit it. It's something about turning 30, man. It's like when you're 29, you ask stupid questions like, is this the biggest dick you've ever seen? And then as soon as you hit 30, it's like, man, how do I get in this 401k? It's just something about it's just something about it, yo.
Yeah, the best part of this show is there's so many inside jokes that we make that are funny out of context, but are fucking hilarious in context. Like I wish we could get more.
And then honestly, when you start turning 30, you just get a little bit more honest about your opinions.
You should.
You ask them questions. You're just like, I ain't got time for this.
Look. Wait till you turn 40. It's awesome. I can't look 50. This show's gonna be wildly different. Like, listen up. Goddamn kids.
So I'm trying to order get just the less patience I have for some nonsense. I'm just like,
that's what happens to go. Absolutely.
I can't do this right now or ever. I have just for the record, I have bronchitis, so that's my excuse for getting out of anything and everything right now.
It's like parents with kids. Oh, I got a kid. What can I do? I got bronchitis. So I can't.
I have bronchitis and I have a dog. I can't do anything.
Leave me alone. So this movie, it's fine. I enjoyed it for what it was. It is. I think it's one of the better black thrillers. I think my favorite black thriller at this point is The Perfect Guy. Like that to me is that's top tier.
Yeah, it's fun.
Michael Ealy?
Michael Ealy is having
he's
having fun in that
Omar
role.
Epps?
Like this movie, the people took it too seriously.
I think so. I think is it Omar? No, it's not Omar Epps. Who's the other guy?
In The Perfect Guy?
Yeah.
The guy I irrationally hate.
Yeah, looking at Morris Chestnut. Yeah.
What? Did we do that movie?
Yes, we did.
We did.
Yeah, before you came on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I need to go back and listen to that.
Yeah. That's a great episode. That's a great episode. That's a great episode. But I do want to point out that the producer of this movie, Will Packer has produced all the Black movies. I just want to go down this list real fast. And look, there's no shade in this at all. Like, he has produced a ton of Black films. Will Packer is a beast. 3 Can Play That Game, Obsessed. And by the way, I'm just starting in 2008. He's been around before that. 3 Can Play That Game, Obsessed, Takers, Stomp the Yard, Homecoming, Think Like a Man, Ride Along, About Last Night, Think Like a Man 2, No Good Deed, The Wedding Ringer, Straight Outta Compton, Ride Along 2, Almost Christmas, Girls Trip, Breaking In, Night School, What Men Want, Little, Jacob's Ladder, The Photograph, Beast, and then he's got some other movies coming up. Like, he has produced a litany of Black films, some of which we've done, some we have not. But
what I like about that,
it's a good list.
About that resume is that it's very. I mean, there are definitely some hits there, and there's some misses. It sounds like he's been able to have just a full roster of just experience doing different types of movies, whether there were, failures or successes.
Yeah, I think most of them are like moderate successes. Like the Ride Along movies and stuff like that are pretty successful, but not like crazy runaway stuff. Although Girls Trip, I think, was a huge success.
Right.
So no, I think that's kind of cool.
He also produced the 94th annual Academy Awards.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Everybody remember what happened there?
Yeah.
It was so good that it made you want to slap somebody?
Slap your mom? Right. Yeah, Will Packer, very famous producer, Black producer, having his night ruined. Cool. Thanks, Will. Appreciate it.
But Jay, something, he deserved it, blah, 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 blah. And an excuse to violently to slap someone at the biggest event in your industry and be okay with it, because that's what some stupid people are saying.
Look, I have no problem with people saying that. That's totally fine, as long as those same people on social media are cool. If somebody just finds them and smacks the shit out of them for the dirty shit they say on social media.
Yeah, do it at your job.
Yeah, see what happens.
That's fine.
See what happens. Yeah, no big deal. So yeah, this movie, Taraji P. Henson, it's fine. I actually didn't have a problem with her performance. I thought it was a little, I thought it was understated in a good way, actually. Idris Elba, I thought his performance was fine. As I texted Micah yesterday as I was watching it, his accent slid from British to American like a fucking abacus. Like throughout this movie, I was like, yo, there's some times I was like, hey, Gumna, what the fuck is going on?
Like sometimes his accent went from his accent from Prometheus, where he played a Southerner, to the accent where he had in The Wire, to just British. Like it was all over the place. He couldn't hold it, and that's why that's how like Idris Elba was just not. He just wasn't there to play, right? Like he was just kind of there.
Yeah.
Taraji P. Henson, on the other hand, received an award for her performance. She received the movie was nominated for 2 awards, and Taraji P. Henson won 1.
What was the awards?
Would you like to guess what the award was?
Is it a BET award?
You're very close. You're very close. It's not that bad. It's not that bad. It was an Image Award. She got an Image Award. I like the Image Awards. You know, sure. must not have been a lot out that year. But hey,
it's something.
It is what it is.
Okay,
I guess.
You know, good for her.
Okay,
I like Taraji. I like Taraji P. Henson.
I liked her in this.
I was not a fan of hers when I first started watching movies with her. I have grown to like her quite a lot, actually. I'm on record early on saying I felt like she was like a little too try hard. And like in fairness to her though, I think the first movie I saw her in was a Tyler Perry movie. That's not her fault. Like I realize now, that's not.
Tyler Perry really put her on to get paid.
I know. Right, I know, yeah. And look, you got to give Tyler Perry some credit for that. But when she stepped out from just doing his movies, she actually is a much better actress than she appeared to be in those movies. Is my point. So, no, you know, I have no problem saying I stand corrected on that because I was not impressed at first. I can do all bad by myself.
So, this movie, you know, it's the mark of a good movie, right? Huge exposition dump via a news anchor. That's the quality of movie that we're dealing with here. The news anchor is telling us all about Colin Evans. Colin Evans' backstory while he is in I don't know what the correct term is, so I'm just going to say paddy wagon. He's in a paddy wagon.
You're not allowed to say
happy St. Patrick's Day. And the news reporter is just like, this guy is a monster serving, 15 years, and he's a terrible person, and he's up for parole. Apparently for manslaughter. I guess he graduated during this movie because manslaughter is like the unintentional homicide. And
he kills somebody in a bar fight versus the women that he suspected of like straight like murder.
Yeah. So he's eligible for parole after only 5 years. And during a parole hearing, Colin claims that, I've changed. I'm a good man. I don't know how to lie. Right? That's the mark of a liar, right? I don't know how to lie. Yeah, you do. And he's like, I've been rehabilitated. It worked.
I'm from Augusta, Georgia.
I'm from Nashville, Tennessee, right? And one guy, this cock blocking asshole, is like, I happen to know for a fact that he is a sociopath and a psychopath, and he's a very good liar, a malignant narcissist, and
like our former president.
And can you imagine? Can you imagine Donald Trump in this role? That's
yeah, like what happens to Idris Elba at the end? Yeah, I can imagine. That's awesome. Sounds good.
With the Jake Fonda
spoilers.
So yeah, So Idris Elba's character is like Colin is like, I'm a changed man, and the cops are like, no, you're not. Your parole is denied because like you killed a guy. And you have you have a history of violent outbursts.
Yeah, potentially murdering 5 women.
Right, like so.
What shit is that?
Yeah. So when Colin is being taken back into the paddy wagon and taken back through prisoner transport, he kills the 2 guards because
these 2 old men.
Yeah.
Nah, they had a
which Oh.
No, the black guy didn't. Like, this is how black people are always like sticking up for one another to a fault, right? Like when he was taking him there, he was driving, he was like, well, black man, they say when a black man gets a second chance, the black man always comes through on top. That's right, because we are black and we are proud. And the white man.
That's a direct quote from the movie.
And the old white man in the back is like, they don't pay me to talk to you, nigger. So shut up. And he was coming back, and I forget what the white guy said. He probably said, I told you you'd be back, nigger. Recidivism. Do you know what that is? And he was like, blimey. Bam! I'll fucking kill you.
And these are the exact events of this movie. That's amazing.
And the black driver's like, "Come on, black man, don't do this, man." And Colin is like, "Pull the car over, bloke, or else you're gonna get shagged in the mouth with this Glock." Right?
Wow.
And he was like, "Come on,
very
blood.
Very black British versus black American.
It's like, come on, young blood. Like, don't
blood.
don't do it, young blood." He was like, "Oi, I don't want to hurt you, mate, but I'm sorry." Bam, right? And he kills the old black man. It's like, come on, bro. What are you doing, yo?
It's all happening. If you haven't seen this movie, it's word for word.
I'm quoting the movie here. I'm quoting
exactly what happened.
So we're now in Atlanta, and we see Terri Granger, a stay-at-home mother, and her best friend, her best friend, Taraji P. Henson's best friend, Leslie Bibb, suggests that they have a girls' night to cheer Terri up after her husband, Mac from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., abruptly leaves for a family visit.
I don't like Mac from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. in this movie. Like, not the actor. I don't like his character. I don't like the cut of his character's jib, as they say. I don't care for him. He's very flippant, and he doesn't appreciate his wife. I don't care for her, and he doesn't even play with his kids.
And also, he had the dumbest excuse ever. He's like, it's my dad's birthday. I'm going out. I'm like, I'm gonna go visit my dad. I'm like, how do you know she just won't call your dad and be like, is he on the way? Hey, he forgot something.
Nah, hey, look, don't spoil it. Don't spoil it. As far as we know right now, this loving husband with hair,
who doesn't play with his kids,
he's going on a golf trip with his father.
Yeah. You mentioned that he doesn't play with his kids. You know, there was a thing on the internet, on social media, about like parents who proudly don't play with their kids and are like, I'm tired. Like, I don't want to play with them. I'm tired. I gave them life and food and a place to stay. That's enough. I'm tired.
I remember you said that. I was like, get this shit out of my face.
As hard as it is for people to have kids, you can't just like, your kid, playing with your kid isn't sitting around, bashing Tonka trucks together, right? Like, do what I do when I play with my kid. No, do what I do when I play with my kid. Hey, let's play clean the house, right? You're a big boy. You want to vacuum? And he's like, great. I was like, I'm about to wash the dishes. Do you want to help? Yes. Like, that's
a lawnmower to push.
Yeah. Right. Have you ever pushed a lawnmower? Okay.
You ever blow the leaves? Cool.
Right? Here's a blue painting tape.
Get that shit straight. While I'm beating you. Like, wow. Micah's idea of playing is fucking hard labor.
You want to help take the trash out? Yes. Like, because when you're a kid, you want to be an adult, and apparently when you're an adult, you just want to be a kid again.
Yeah.
So I'm going to take advantage of this. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. Yeah, this dude is supposed to be a dickhead. And
it works.
It worked. I was a little taken aback. I was like, when I saw him with hair, I was like, who is this? Like, who is this not Boris Kojo looking dude? Right?
Yeah. Like, did he go to Turkey to get this?
His hairline was all the way back here.
Yeah, you gotta let it go.
Yeah,
like, take it from me, buddy. Just let it go.
Just let it go.
Also, there's a weird little character beat in here when he first comes home, and Taraji P Henson's best friend Leslie Bibb leaves. Taraji P Henson goes up and gives her husband a kiss, and he's like, "Oh, babe, and he's doing that because she's leaking from her breasts because she's just fed the babies.
No, I thought she had like throw up on her.
She had
spit up on her from the baby. That's what it was.
Oh, she did?
Yeah.
I don't see it.
No, it's not there, but that was the implication.
I mean, it is there. It's like this. It's there. I saw it.
Yeah, her shirt's like a little wet or whatever.
Yeah.
Well, I was looking at Taraji P Henson's titties, so I must have missed it. Also, she says I was feeding your kid. Well, I guess feeding your kids.
I think for food, Micah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, don't knock it.
Yeah, no, there's gross. You're an asshole. You're really a piece of shit. You know that. Yeah, no, there's some sort of situation going on there, sure.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess I'm paying attention to the wrong things.
Look, I get it.
So yeah, so Leslie Bibb, who is Taraji P Henson's best friend, is like, hey, let's do a girls' night.
Because your husband's a piece of shit and doesn't appreciate you.
And you need some help, right? You need some cheering up, right? We cut to Colin stalking his ex-fiancée, Alexis. And he witnesses her meeting a man at an outdoor cafe. And Colin follows her home, and he's like, "Oh, who's the bloke that I saw you talking to?" Right? And she's like, "What? That's my trainer." And he's like, "Oi, no, it ain't. Okay, it ain't your trainer. You couldn't wait for me. What's up with that?" Right?
He's been in jail for 5 years, yo.
You're not trying to wait. You're not like, okay, Tiara, hold on. Let's say, arguably, the best you've ever had went to jail. You're not trying to wait. You're not trying to wait for this guy.
Just to say, the guy with the biggest dick you've ever seen goes to jail.
I will tell you, there's no one who is going to be that good for me to wait 5 years.
No, you're not. You can't hold it down for 5 years.
No.
Wow.
And honestly, if you go to prison, and especially if you did that shit, like, and there are allegations of like other murders that are tied to you. No, in fact, I wouldn't even be in that house. You would never see me again.
The fact that they're also lady murders, right? Like it's 5 women, like, we think we got the guy, but like, leave town. Get the fuck out of there.
No. So the answer to the question, no. I will not be holding it down or doing any of that. So,
would you date a guy who went to jail?
What do you do?
What do you do? What do you do? Nah, yo, not some embezzlement. Nah, he don't got no money.
I mean, what did he? What did he do?
Like strong arm robbery.
No, what the fuck?
y'all cool. Like you dating, like you in love or whatever. And then this dude's just like, I'm about to rob this M&T bank to get that money.
No. Wow. I would be like, yo, just give me another Ravens card. Ravens, they may have a new design. So pick me one of them.
That's all I'm
But like, actually, so I was on one of these dating apps, and there was this guy who put in this profile, I just got out of prison. I'm on parole and I wear an ankle monitor.
I mean, at least I
hope that's not I know. I was like, that's honest.
Yeah.
And he put a photo of him in the ankle monitor too.
I mean,
and I was like,
he can't go to like late night dates. You got like where your man at. He's home by 8.
And look, I appreciated the honesty. And
I mean, did you message him?
No.
Like, why though? Why? Because he was a Christian and like that was the reason. Like that was the thing.
No, he wasn't. His looks weren't for me. I didn't find him.
Got it. You just say he was ugly. Like once you get older, like see, you're still in that like 30s. Like I'm trying to be nice and all that. Nah, yo, you're
ugly.
Nah, yeah, you and your think about it 30s, where you think about the words that come out of your mouth.
Is that
you
just literally came up with that.
When you get to your fuck it 40s, you don't really give a fuck, man.
Yeah, no.
Like, just fuck it.
Yeah.
Who cares?
Well, look,
I'm not attracted.
He may be attracted to someone else.
Yeah, that's very sweet.
He may be very attractive.
But does the ankle monitor is that a turnoff? Like if he looked like let's say he looked like Jonathan Majors, well, with all the Jonathan Majors situations as are going on. All right, you gotta relax.
He was Jonathan Majors in Creed. Okay,
right.
He went to jail.
Look, can I come over? Look, we don't have to leave the house.
Shooting somebody, and now he's out.
Wait, what that person do?
No, he's that guy. He's that guy in that situation.
Yeah, but he got out,
and he's prone to
he's still
violence.
Kind of a good dude in that movie, so.
I've only seen the trailer. No, he's not. No, he's not. That's your narrative. No, he's not.
He literally has a redemption arc, and that redemption arc is just him getting his ass beat. But still, I mean, there's
getting
still
shit kicked out of him, into him. That's his
redemption.
A
different situation, Micah. I would just say in that situation, if I was in Creed 3, look, I'd give it a shot.
Wow.
Look, he had a lady friend in that movie for like one scene.
And that's what I'm saying. You gotta hold it down. You gotta hold it down for a dude for 5 years.
He got out.
Nah, for 5 years. You gotta wait. You gotta wait.
No.
Wow.
Sorry.
Disloyal.
So there are too many beautiful people in this world for me to ever hold it down for 5 years while someone's in prison.
Well, there you go, gentlemen. Don't. If you're dating TR and you go to jail, like
cross me off your list.
Yeah. You better hope it's 2 weeks. That's all you got.
No, you better hope that you don't even get arrested, because if that happens, I'm like, what did you do?
Damn, she ain't even with you at the arraignment. God damn. See how they treat you? Yeah. So Colin goes to see his ex-girlfriend. He stalks her to her house. And he sneaks into her house. And he's like, "Oh, did you hold it down for me?" And she's like, "Yeah, I held it down for 5 years, just like Tiara would." And he was like, "I don't believe you." And so he shows her a note that he got from her bedroom, where a guy wrote like, "Hey, didn't want to wake you, you look so good sleeping there," or whatever. And he was like, "That doesn't bode well. That feels like you were sleeping around." And then he proceeds to murder her by giving her the old Undertaker fucking choke slam. Not cool.
Yeah,
it's pretty brutal. Brutal scene.
Yeah, it was actually surprisingly pretty brutal.
And then does like, gets a lamp and gets like +3 blunt damage and just beats the shit out of her with a lamp, yo.
Yeah, that was fucked up.
It's I don't know. I don't like watching women get like hurt in movies.
No, it's fucked
up. I was like, I would have loved if they just did like a quick cut where you don't like you what's happening, but you don't like have to see it.
Yeah, but I think it also does lead to like understanding how brutal this character can be, right? And they're trying to lend some level of severity to when he shows up. Because one thing about this movie that is interesting is these sort of home invasion thriller things, they get moving pretty fast. This one doesn't. Like, it takes a long time before he's like in the house and like fully realized as like, oh shit, this guy is no good. Like, it's a good like 40 minutes. So
yeah,
I guess they're trying to really establish like, oh yeah, this guy, like, if he gets a hold of you, like, he's really kind of terrifying. So I get it.
Right.
I get it. All right, Micah, take it away.
So later that day, Colin loses control of his car and crashes into a tree during a storm. And apparently it's monsoon season in Atlanta, because the rain is just not letting up. And having driven in Atlanta, those people don't know what to do during inclement weather.
Not Nashville, Micah, where the movie is set.
No, Wikipedia says in Atlanta. So he traveled from Tennessee to Atlanta. Because he's trying. He even says, "I hope my warrant didn't cross state lines or some shit."
Yeah, he did say that.
Yeah. You killed a bunch of cops. I'm not hanging around Nashville. I'm getting the hell out of Dodge. Yeah. I'm going to the Black people Mecca, Atlanta. Right.
He was trying, like, he only had $50 on him, so he was going to buy 6 mansions on his when he got
there. So he's walking down the road. He notices Terri's house, and he asks if he can use her phone to call a tow truck.
No,
and Terri proves to be the worst mother in the world, and she decides to let him in and eventually let him inside the house.
She forgets to close the door, at one point. She forgets to close the door. No.
Look, I get it, fault, right? I get it. Like, handling 2 kids is, especially when one of them, like, literally can't do anything for themselves, is very, very difficult. I'm gonna shut and lock the door, though. I'm gonna remember that. Yeah. And if I didn't shut and lock the door, I know vampire rules, guys. You don't invite danger into your house.
That is correct.
Like, come on, like, this is ridiculous. Like, why would you invite him in? Don't help people, guys. Don't help people. And look, I get it, right? You're in this marriage. You can't stand your husband, but you love him. And then here comes this fine guy with this fluctuating accent, and he's like, "Oi, do you mind if I use your phone, please? Do you
I didn't notice the accent
telly?
Thing. I'm trying to figure out how I missed it.
No, it's all over the place, It's all over the place. It's crazy.
And then there's a quick scene of her, like, in the bathroom, and she's just like, "Am I fine? Yeah, I'm fine."
Yeah, I was like, yeah, she did a little check. Look, Taraji, you're good. You're good. Like, you look great.
You look great. But also, like whoever wrote this movie, again, has a thing for hating on women, because it's like, oh, you had this you had a split second of an impure thought going through your head regarding adultery, so you deserve to be harassed at the very least.
It's a bit weird. Also, like, she's doing this, like, do I still got it thing with a stranger in her house, and her 2 kids are there. Like, I don't know, man. That feels like that should be the priority, not whether you still look fine. Girl, you look fine.
Yeah,
like, get downstairs.
You're a bad mother. You're a bad mother.
I mean, she said she was like, my husband's not home yet.
Yeah, that sounded really convincing to a fucking psychopath. You letting this dude in? Y'all letting this dude in? Or
no?
Okay,
what the fuck?
No. All right, Michael, hold on. Now hold on. No. Not Idris Elba. That can't be your example. Some woman, Megan Good, crashes her car outside of your house.
No, I'm married. Get the fuck out of here.
You're not letting Megan Good in to make a phone call?
No, I'm not. No, I'm not.
She's married too.
No, I'm
Terry's
not.
also married.
Great. She should have known better. What do you always say, Jay? What do you always say? I can't run that fast. Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
So don't give somebody a fucking head start.
Oh, no. I'm just doing it to spark conversation. I'm not making go. You stand your ass right outside. Get the fuck out of here. The best you can do is stand on the deck in the back. Nah, yo.
I look at
people. Get off my property, yo.
Get off my property. God damn.
Get off my lawn.
Yeah, I'd give her an umbrella and I'd be like, best be on your way.
When I'm walking through my apartment building and I see people standing outside trying to buzz in and he look at me, I walk straight to the elevator because it is a rule that we don't let people in unless they have a key fob to get in.
Wow, little black Karen. Wow, black Karen. Do you stop them from coming in? Do you ask them, what apartment do you live in? I need to see your ID.
If you can get in, then sure. Then, hey, look, there's nothing I can do. But if I'm going to let you in, no. Have a key fob. People steal and steal cars. No.
I don't blame you. No, ain't no holding doors for people. Get out of here.
Nope. You guys have really surprised me. I can't believe how similar we all are.
Because there's a camera right there. There's a camera right there facing the door. And if something happens, they can be like, who let them in? Oh, I know who exactly that is. Like, I'm like, no. Nope.
Couldn't be me.
Yeah, Could be me. Here, man.
No, I wouldn't have let him in. Would you have let the guy use the phone, though? Like, imagine having a landline. Weird.
Yeah, if it was a landline, yeah, sure.
Yeah, you let him. I'd be like, look, stand away from the door. I'm gonna throw it to you.
Like, yeah, keep it. It's a landline. What the fuck I'm gonna do with it?
Yeah, look, I've been to Costco. You can buy like a four phone set for $25, Joe. Like,
he said this is 2014. He said he forgot his cell phone. You believe in that?
Nah, yo, nope.
Nigga, look. I got a cell phone right here. I got another one right here for a backup. Get out of here.
Where's your phone?
In
2014?
Come on, we're still carrying.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Fuck Idris Elba. Nah, yo. I forgot my phone. Yeah, that's a wild, crazy coincidence. I forgot to not lock the door. Click. Get the fuck out of here. No.
I've forgotten my wallet on numerous occasions. But I've always had my phone.
Yeah, I never forget my phone.
And also, if you're telling me that you're calling the tow truck company and you hand me the phone, I'm going to star 60 whatever to do like that whole real dial thing or whatever the fuck people did with the landlines. Why am I talking like that? Like I didn't rope landlines. Whatever you like,
yo, star 69, yo, it wasn't 1,000 years ago. She was like, remember what was the code? I don't know.
Some
on the rotary phone we had to use
redial or whatever the fuck. I'm going to try to figure out like, do you actually call the tow truck company? Because that man just like, oh yeah, I'm at what 17 what Creston what yep.
Yeah, also, how'd he know what the number to the tow truck company was? You just got it memorized? You get into that many crashes? See, again, you got to be a cynic, yo. You got to be a cynic, yo. Why are they taping this? Why are they putting this on Twitter? These are lies.
Who's still remembering random numbers in 2014? Nobody.
No. Yo, I barely, it took me a while to remember my wife's cell phone number. Why? It's in my phone. So, yeah, I should probably remember this, though, like from a safety perspective. Look, he's in the house now.
They're doing the whole getting to know you, getting to know all about you thing, right? He's getting a bunch of information. He's taking his shirt off, right? Like, oh man, it was pouring out there. It's like a monsoon out there.
And like we have in Atlanta.
right. Like these rainforest like conditions here in Atlanta. And he's like, "Oi, where's your water closet, right? And your bathroom, your loo, right?" And she's like, "It's over there." And the first thing he does, this is how you know he's a super creep, right? First thing he does, he goes in somebody's bathroom and looks at their medicine cabinet.
No, that's the worst. That's the worst.
Nah,
don't do that.
Nah, don't do that shit. That's gross. Don't do that shit. Taraji P. Henson goes in the other room and she lets her hair down a little bit, like, Maybe
so,
not.
I get it.
So okay. So are we meant to believe that Taraji P Henson's character, who is trying to put her children to sleep, is considering just banging out Idris Elba in the other room with just a random dude? He's just a random dude.
I don't think she. It's like that thing where guys like flirt with women just to see if they still got it. You know what I mean? Like she doesn't strike me as. She doesn't strike me. This character doesn't strike me as someone who is ready to cheat on her husband.
Yeah, same.
Her best friend Leslie Bibb absolutely was DTF.
Yeah, I mean, well, and also Leslie Bibb was off of Terri, maybe, testing out the waters in her own marriage, basically stepping on her husband. But what surprised me is that Taraji's character is a former prosecutor that worked on women's DV cases, and I'm just like, how long has she been out the field? Because wouldn't a character like that, wouldn't her instincts be going off like something is not right with this dude? Especially because they implied that she was so good at her career, and her kids aren't that old, so she couldn't have been out the game for that long. So it was a choice to make her as naive, yeah, as she was.
Also, her kid is 8, maybe 7. This dude been in jail for 5 years, and he's a notorious criminal. You don't recognize this dude? You were in the game. You don't recognize him at all? That's a little weird.
There was a man.
Well, he was. Well, it was in Tennessee, right? I don't.
Yeah, okay,
I don't
so
know
it wasn't a national thing,
right? I don't think it was a national thing. I think it was a statewide thing.
Okay,
but and he was, he was in prison. You know what I mean? For 5 years. I don't. Yeah, I buy that they don't know who this guy is. So yeah, after some weird non-tense tension scenes,
right? Is there any sexual tension between the two of them, by the way?
No. Yes, and I will. Yes, there is. There is, and there's a joke made about it later on that I'll get to.
Maybe because I already am creeped out by Idris Elba that I wasn't feeling it. I was like, this just feels really creepy to me.
It's very much coming from one direction a lot, and Idris Elba is kind of ready to dive in and take advantage of whatever opportunity,
right?
And Taraji Henson is let me dip my toe in just to see it, but don't get my hair wet, right? That's the vibe I'm getting. So Taraji P Henson's best friend Leslie Bibb comes in for the girls' night that they talked about earlier, and she's like, "Woo! It is. You wouldn't believe how much it's raining out there in Atlanta." Look, it rains in Atlanta, but this is a little much, guys.
Yeah. This is a little
much.
Southern India? Relax.
That's how LA looks right now. That whole scene. That's how it's been here in LA.
So there's a big crash, the wind, the monsoon-like conditions in Atlanta knocked a wooden pole into the window of the house, and Leslie Bibb is probing Idris Elba's character
to see if he'll probe back.
Trying to, at first I thought this was more of a, hey, my friend is dumb and she just let a stranger into the house. Let me ask. I think Leslie Bibb is trying to be a good friend throughout the entire thing. And if she could fuck a guy, then yeah, she could fuck.
Yeah, okay. I was gonna say she's definitely putting out the vibes of I'll take one British man for the team, right? Like that's what it feels like.
It felt like she was okay with either her friend taking advantage or herself taking advantage. She was like, "My friend wants to close a deal, okay, but if she doesn't, I'm more than happy to do it."
It's a really that's a very weird energy, like it's very weird energy. Like, I mean, you can fuck my friend or me, like they operate like dudes.
Yeah, I was about to say it's guy energy. Like it's what hoe niggas do.
Yeah.
Because we covet women like pieces of property. It's like, all right, well, I'll get her next time then. Like, I mean,
okay, like that's not how that works, but fucking
that's very odd, but okay.
Unless you read reverse harem novels.
Gross. That's a genre that shouldn't exist. We should ban it.
Oh yes, no, it should. Thank you to my reverse harem novelists. You've opened up my mind to the possibilities. Again, you see Creed 3. There's 3 for a reason.
Wow.
Please continue.
Is that what they're called? Reverse harems? They're not called orgies anymore? You can't just market a book as
because these are still love stories, Micah.
They're not love stories. They're not love stories. They're not love
yes,
stories.
Yes, they are.
No, they're wank material.
Really? Are they in a throuple? Are they all going to the market together to make sure that they all have food in the refrigerator?
At least 3 love interests.
So it's a quadruple? Is it?
Sure.
They're all just like living together polyamorously, and we're talking about their day to day, or is it just a smut book? Because if it's just a smut book,
it's a smut book.
There's some book. Real like there's some real plot lines where I'm like, that's interesting. And sometimes look, and hold on,
do the plot lines like, do they all find their way to smut? Because I bet they do.
I mean, these are still romance novels too. So yeah,
I didn't say romance. I said smut.
No, I'm saying romance. In fact, if there isn't a group scene, I'm like, then what am I here for?
Okay. So there you go. So you're disappointed when there's a lack of smut. Got it.
Like, right. I don't do no fade to black scenes. I want all of it.
Oh, wow.
And shout out to my reverse harem novels who do fade to black scenes because they don't want to too steamy. Respect it. Just not from me. But my favorite is always but also there's sometimes some Eminem action.
Again, these books should be banned.
No, Micah. The letter M and also the letter M. So guy on guy action. So sometimes there's
look. You can't even
every day.
Yeah, you can't even buy these books in an airport in Florida. Like, nah, they finna ban all of this.
Hey, look. Hey, if you're listening, you're interested, hit me up. I'll give you some suggestions on Kindle Unlimited.
Wow, Kindle Unlimited. Okay, Jesus Christ.
Do women? So women like watch like male on male porn like men watch women on women porn?
I mean, I don't know. I mean,
they do.
All right.
I'll tell you this. And the book groups I'm in, there are a lot of requests where women want like guy on guy relationships, not even just like sex, but like an actual relationship within the harem. It's great.
There are smut book clubs.
Romance.
Like whenever I think
they're called smut clubs. Yo, you don't have to put the word book in it. Yo, it's just smut clubs.
Romance.
TR is a part of several online smut clubs.
By the way, I'm not ashamed of that. If there's anyone who wants to know who wants to be in these groups, just let me know. I got to look. I have recommendations.
She's trying to help y'all out.
Join this world. Trust me, you will never go back.
Rest in peace to your DMs, yo.
Yeah, man, because you about to get an influx of nasty dudes. You about to get a bunch of big nasties.
There's one big nasty I'm looking for, and that man is super fine. Again, if you see Creed 3, you will exactly know what I mean. Yes, 3 for a reason. Let's go.
So Terri leaves momentarily to comfort her crying baby, and Meg, who is Leslie Bibb, and Colin, who is a black man in this movie with that name.
Yeah,
and yes, I know Colin Kaepernick. I know. I'm just making a point that Colin Kaepernick has a white ass name too. Colin excuses himself for a cigarette break, but Meg follows him. Colin suggests that he is having an affair with Terri, and he tries to gaslight Meg, and is like, well, maybe you don't know your friend the way you think you know your friend, right? and she's like, that's bullshit, because Terri and I are the bestest friends ever. Okay, we have so much in common. Leslie Bibb and Taraji P. Henson are best friends because they have so much in common. Guys.
BFF since college. That's what they said. BFF since
college. And she's like, you're full of shit, right?
I mean, it was really obvious when he couldn't name his address on the street he lived. By the way, hey, maybe don't say the local street. Why don't you say a different state? Like that would make a lot more sense, but okay.
Yeah, but I just moved into the neighborhood. You know, I live on River Road, and he just happened to find a realtor. The only realtor, apparently.
Yeah.
And she begins to, and she's like, yo, you're full of shit, and I'm going to tell on you. And she's like, Terri. And he's just, and this spade picks up a spade and beats the shit out of a white woman. It's probably the best part of this movie for me.
Yo, he hit her square in the face. That was fucking.
It was shovel. Like,
a metal shovel.
Was, yeah, man. It was, I felt it. You know what I mean? I felt the impact. I feel like the sound effect could have been a little louder. Whoever the stunt person was, they did a very good stiff ass fall.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. I enjoyed that scene.
Also, like, if you're, because clearly Meg is the more. Yeah, she's the more the freer friend, I guess. But ooh, I don't like how that sounded. She's like sort of the single woman who's like proud to be married and have kids and is clearly living her best life.
Not anymore.
Like, was there no part of you that was like, as soon as he couldn't say his address, like, you weren't, you know, things weren't going off in your head, but then when she confronts him directly and is like, things don't add up. You know who also doesn't add up? You don't add up. I'm like, if you think this big ass dude is remotely dangerous,
yeah, you don't say that shit.
No, like, especially when your friend can't hear you. I'm like, oh, y'all having an affair? Okay, you know what? Congratulations. So her husband does not deserve her. I'm so happy that y'all are together. Oh, let's go have some more wine. I'll go get another bottle. And then I'm like locking the door and be like, Terri, girl.
Right. Yeah, I mean that's like shitty movie logic. Like, yeah, definitely confront the killer when you're alone and vulnerable. Like, yeah,
right.
You know, let's see what happens.
Terri comes back. Colin says that Meg has left. She's like, yeah, she couldn't wait. She had to beat feet out of there. And Terry's suspicious, especially when she sees Meg's umbrella in the stand. Alarmed, she rushes to the kitchen to call the police, only to find out that Colin has disconnected all the wires and hidden all of her knives. At this point in the movie, you're probably thinking, Idris Elba's just a psychopath. Like, why is he just harassing this woman for no reason?
Right.
Keep watching, because they kind of address that. And Terri rushes into her daughter Ryan's bedroom to find Colin playing with her. As they exit the bedroom, Terri hits him with a fire extinguisher, making him fall down the stairs. And if she was a good mother, instead of running to make sure the children were safe when they were safe, she would have bludgeoned Colin to death.
Right. Like, I don't understand. Like, look, I get it. Movies, you got to have the villain come back after a couple times or whatever. But nah, reality is you spray him, he goes down, and you just beat him over the head until he stops breathing. That's the move. Like, you don't hit and run. No, you hit and then keep hitting until you get tired.
You know, never mind. Because I will be rewriting the movie. I don't want to do that.
No, go ahead. Go ahead. Tell us about your violent outburst towards Colin.
I was going to say, like, it would have been really interesting if they actually made Taraji Henson that fierce DA, having her tap into her instincts, and it feels like she rises up earlier to understand that this man is crazy from the jump, and then like the whole movie is like her trying to outsmart this guy or try to beat this guy, and I think it would make Idris Elba's character a little bit more smarter, I guess, because right now it just feels like still the same damsel in distress type of movie, and I'm like, if she's this fierce DA prosecutor who prosecutes dangerous men, I would assume that she will also know almost kind of like how to defend herself, and like we said earlier, not be as naive. So I think I would have liked to see that kind of sharp personality from her from the jump. But I guess the point is that she's that being a housewife has kind of dampened that part of her a bit.
Yeah, I kind of like that idea. That's not a bad idea. I mean, it's funny because while she loses that sort of sense of self and like having sort of her antenna up for these kind of things, she apparently didn't lose the sense of like how to beat the brakes off a dude in a fist fight. Like, because for some reason she's a physically very dangerous person in this movie, which like, shout out to Taraji P. Henson. Like, she puts in work in this movie in that regard. But she's just like, oh, is it right? Is there something bad going on? Oh, a knife? Ah, got him. I'm like, all right, goddamn. Like, you're really good with a knife and a pair of keys, apparently. So, all right, something.
So I find this next part of the movie funny, and Tiara, you'll have to tell me. I'll have to get your opinion on this part because I assume that this movie is written by a lady, and I assume that this is some sort of weird, like, psychosexual fantasy, right? Where Taraji P. Henson is, so Colin pulls out a gun and he's like, oi, get in the loo, right? And he's like, and he takes his shirt off and he's in the shower and she's scared, right? And he rubs this towel that he just wiped his ass on her face, right? Ew. And he's like, oi, go in the closet, right? And he's like, oi, take your shirt off, right? And she's just like, what are you going to do to me? What are you going to do to me? And then he's like, bitch, don't flatter yourself. And then at that point, Taraji P. Henson is like, wait, you don't want to rape me? Well, fuck you then, nigga. Like, she has a really sharp, like, attitude adjustment, right? She's just like, oh, I'm not good enough for you to force yourself on me? Well, fuck you then, nigga. You little dick ass nigga. No, it's not the biggest I've ever seen, you punk bitch. Right? Like,
so what's your question?
My question is this something that like women like
the rape fantasy
fantasize about? Like fantasize like this rape fantasy? Like this
I don't think this is the right place to have this discussion.
Is it okay? Here's a better question: Is this a thing that has happened in one of your smut books?
Yes.
A rape fantasy?
Yes.
No.
Has anyone in the forum requested such things in a future smut book?
I will not reveal the preferences of the people in these groups because
the answer is yes.
There are some very interesting book preferences in there, and there's no judgment. because it's not real.
I'm not judging.
Not real.
I'm ignorant.
This is definitely a thing. I don't know how prominent it is in women, but I know I feel like dudes have this fantasy of women having this fantasy. You know what I mean? Like that's definitely.
That's probably.
I would just say, look, if anyone wants to know the answer to that question, y'all can go on Reddit or look on other message boards where people can be anonymous about what they like. But I would just comment on this scene in particular. I felt this scene. I know it was meant to be creepy, which is why I just like Idris Elba was just not attractive to me at all, even though apparently there was sexual tension in this movie, and I'm just like, I guess not for me. But I almost thought it was a little unnecessary to have in it. And I wonder if I felt that way back in 2014 when I first saw it, because I'm like, we don't need to. He's already a dangerous enough guy. I don't think we have to have even the teasing of sexual assault in it. It felt like the movie was already brutal enough, especially towards this character.
By the way, there is 43. Excuse me. I'm sorry. There are 46.3 thousand. So 46,000 members of the 18 and over rape kink subreddit. So yeah, a lot of people have that.
Yeah, it's just
you went to go look it up, like for real.
I looked it up on Reddit. Now? Everything is on Reddit. Everything is on Reddit. Yeah, I just searched communities rape fantasy, and rape kink 2 came up, which means there was a rape kink 1, which means there's even more people who are into this.
All right, wait, hold up.
It's not for me. It's not for me, but that's a thing.
To play to because there may be people who are sensitive. I think we've said that word several times already.
Okay, yeah, fair enough. I'm just saying that is a thing that people are into.
Yeah, let's just because even that word makes you feel very.
Yeah, no, that's fair. I don't get it, but human sexuality is very it's a sliding scale.
I apologize for bringing it up and for making people uncomfortable. I will go back to Black female empowerment. So
the part where she stabs the dude.
So she gets an attitude adjustment, right? She gets her courage. Like, wait a minute, if you were gonna kill me, you would have done so already. And so you ain't gonna do shit. You ain't gonna do shit. You little dick ass nigga. Like, get the fuck out.
Yeah, she does get really mean, which I appreciated.
And there's a quick chase scene at one point. She strikes him unconscious, and she manages to flee to call her home and dials 911 for help. She's right before that, she stabs him right in the obliques, and a little chase scene happens. I will shoot you, okay? Right? Like and she's just like, all right, hold up. You ain't gotta do this, yo. You ain't gonna do this. The cops coming. All you gotta do is leave. And nah. Colin forces her to take the children into her vehicle and drive away with him.
No.
And I mean, what you gonna do? Right?
Nah, yeah.
Like, yeah,
that man has a gun.
Yeah, he's got a gun, yo. What you gonna do?
I don't know, man. I don't like sequels leaving the original location. That's always a bad idea.
So they're going through the garage, and Terri sees her best friend, Meg's dead body on the floor. And he's just like, keep moving, right? Colin makes Terri drive to Alexis's house. During the drive, she manages to signal a cop. And the cop kind of, he turns around, pulls the car over. License and registration, Negroes. And, step out of the vehicle, ma'am. And he's like, did you signal me? I think my cop intuition, my cop senses were tingling. Did you signal me? And she's like, I don't know what you mean, officer.
Again, someone who was a former prosecutor.
I mean, she had some pretty decent instincts here. I'm not mad about that.
Yeah,
this was
true.
very smart.
That's true.
This was very smart. Like,
yeah,
but I probably would have mouthed like, right? Like I would have done that. Like it wouldn't have been all this like, what are you trying to say? Like it wouldn't have been Timmy and Lassie having a conversation. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like,
right.
And I'm not calling Taraji P. Henson a dog. I'm saying, for people of a certain age that remember Lassie, the Lassie is just like, yo, what the fuck, yo? Like, we need help. And the stupid human is like, what? What are you trying to say? Huh?
Say hello to your mother.
Say hello to your mother for me. So the cop, he's like, oh, I get it. You're in danger. Okay. Step back. Sir, step out of the vehicle. I have my hand on my gun. And then Idris Elba just comes out and just kills a cop. This is why cops roll in pairs, guys. So that, so that this shit don't happen.
Yeah, it would have been a lot smarter on his part.
Yeah. Yeah, I ain't never seen a cop just in a patrol car at night by himself. That's weird, man.
Yeah, no, thank you. Listen to us back in the blue. Like, I hope they'll be safe.
You should have had another one of you people with you.
There's a black man in the car. You need support. Like, nah.
Yeah, you can tell this is a fantasy.
Right.
This is how you can tell this is room for white people. Oh, this is
right.
With
that's absolutely
white characters
true.
in mind.
Yeah, that's absolutely true.
Yep. A white woman wrote this with white characters in mind, and they got these two black people.
Yeah, getting whiter by the minute.
So they drive to Alexis's house. He's like, "Oi, here's my ex-wife, my ex-fiance. She was cheating on me, so I had to bludgeon her to death. The high winds from the storm caused Terri's alarm to activate because Terri has a piece of shit car.
Even though she lives in a mansion.
Right.
With Mac with all that shield money.
I mean, that's the life of the $30,000 millionaire. you live in a castle. And you're driving a CRV,
like a 1992 CRV. It's really reliable. All right, we got it.
So the car alarm, they're worried that the noise will attract attention. Colin's worried that the noise will attract attention, so he ties her up and goes check on the car. Alexis's phone rings, and Terri answers it, and lo and behold, it's Jeffrey, Terri's husband. He's calling Alexis to find out why she hasn't arrived at the hotel so they can fuck. And Terri's like, "What, Jeffrey?"
The fact he didn't recognize his own wife's voice from the jump.
Yeah, he was just like, "Oh."
It took him a few minutes. I'm like, "Yo, you don't. How do you not know?"
Yeah, he was like, "Colson, is that you?" Like, no, nigga, it's your wife. Knock it off. By the way, like, how fucking terrified do you have to be? You call your fling's phone and your wife picks up. Ooh. Did I save this under the wrong number? God damn, I fucked all the way up.
Yep.
Don't cheat.
Oh man.
And she picks up the phone and says, "Your girlfriend is dead." I'm like, "Oh shit, my wife killed my girlfriend." That's crazy.
And she said, "Call the police."
Call the police. I'm like, damn, she confessing. Well, I guess I have to get a new girlfriend because my wife going to jail too. God damn. That's sad.
So Terri realizes that the encounter with Colin was not just a coinkydink, as he was trying to get revenge on Jeffrey because of the affair with Alexis. That's the twist, right? Like, that's why Idris Elba is there. I thought that was a nice little, like, way to kind of wrap things up, even if it is it doesn't feel contrived. You know what I mean?
Okay, it feels a little contrived from the perspective of he left her a note, right? You know, the note that Colin got that's like, "Oh, I saw you were sleeping and you were so beautiful. I didn't want to wake you." It's like a postcard, though. That's why
it's like one of those.
Why the fuck is it like a postcard?
It's like one of those pieces of junk mail postcards that you get.
But why would it have? Why would he put his address on it?
Well, no, his address was on it because it was mailed to him, right?
Right.
Oh, I see.
My question is, why are you just bringing junk mail out of the house?
Right.
And you just happen to have that piece of junk mail in your pocket because you didn't write that note while with the intention of going over to see your sleeping mistress, right? You just had some junk mail in your pocket and you just happen to pull it out to write the note on because apparently Alexis doesn't have a scrap of paper in the house.
No. And luckily for Idris Elba, he screwed up so bad that it started this series of events. You know, not that it was contrived or anything.
I mean, also, like, I feel like something that's for me, it just will be just as fine if Jeffrey had just sent that girl a text saying the same thing. Didn't want to wake you.
Yeah,
who leaves a note, yo? Who leaves a note in 2014?
When is the last time you left? When's the last time you left your wife like a love note? Oh,
my wife leaves me notes, but it's like, don't forget to take out the trash.
Yeah, that's a honeydew list, yo.
Here's Spencer's. Here's what you need to do for Spencer's bottle. Please put this together. Here's dinner. Like
assemble the following item.
I felt the love in each of those things.
Yeah.
It apparently it is love because she does it for me all the time. She just leaves notes around the house. Like that's just her. She got it from her mom. And I remember the first time we went to go out on a date with our first son. We were my mother and my cousin, who is a grown woman who has raised children. They were going to watch our son, our eldest son, and she had quite literally a list of things, right? And they're like, yeah, we know how to take care of a baby. We're both mothers. I'm your husband's mother. I know how to take care of a baby.
Nah, y'all ain't never done it. Y'all don't know how to do it in 2023. That's all.
Yeah, it's different.
They got different milks and shit. They got almond milk. They got all kinds of stuff. You don't need to know. Yeah, it's funny when we went on vacation recently. My sister-in-law came in and stayed with my daughter at our house, and my wife literally had like, it was like a rubric, like because they're both teachers. Is like or like a lesson plan. Like here is all of the things that are going on.
With an outline and shit.
Yeah, it was like in the following minutes you should be doing these things. Like it was just like so detailed. And then she didn't list one thing, and my sister-in-law was like, that was not on the lesson plan. I did not have that information. I was like, see, you fucked up. This is how you turn on the Roku. Yeah, so look, I appreciated the twist. It's a little contrived, but I appreciate it. It made it less random. So I like that.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's what I mean when I say I don't think it was super contrived. You're right. It's very contrived. But I do.
It works.
I do like it. The contrivances come with like, here's a random piece of junk mail that he just happened to have on his person, and
right,
like stuff like that is a little ridiculous. But I like the idea of this guy. There's a reason why he's targeting this woman's family.
Right.
He's not just a psycho. And it gives a character that doesn't get a lot of screen time something to something to do, so to speak.
I like that she punched her husband in the face.
Yeah.
So
that was well done.
So she misleads Colin into thinking that she and her children have escaped. When Colin finds her, she attacks him, grabbing his gun and shooting him until he falls out of a window.
Very hand that
which was dope
style.
Yeah, this was dope. I'm always a fan of the butcher knife attack in these movies, because we have to get like the biggest fucking knife that we possibly can.
Absolutely.
When like a steak knife would be so much easier. Like there's multiple ways you can hold it. You can, like, it's balanced better. It's a better weapon for stabbing people.
Why do you know that?
But Taraji P. Henson doesn't care, because Taraji P. Henson will stab you with some keys. You got an open wound, bam, fucking keys right in your side.
And she had a shitty car. It was like a Mazda, which those have long ass pointed keys. Which is why she bought that car. Like, she needed the keys. They had a pretty knockdown, drag out fight too. I was surprised.
Yeah. I do like that. Right, like sisters doing it for themselves. I also like that, like, she didn't feel the need to like call like her husband for help, because she's like I gotta save my babies. Mm-hmm. Right.
At one point she pulls the log holder out of the fireplace and blinds him with it, like, and tries to hit him in the face with it. Like, that's a pretty good weapon. That's not one you see too often. Yeah.
I love that he also just tried to, like, when he tried to overpower her and she just got out of his stranglehold just multiple times, and he's just like, God damn, like, girl, go down. And she's just like, no.
Yeah.
I love it.
And then she did something that I appreciated, which is gun punching. Right? That's when you fire the gun as you're like hit against someone. she gun punched him out of a window. So
that's also what happens. That's also what happens when you don't have money for blanks, and you and you don't have money for digital muzzle flashes.
Yeah, she was like, "Nah, don't worry about
it." You know what? Point blank range,
like multiple point blank range shots.
He ran out of budget money. He paid Idris Elba and Taraji P. Henson.
Right. They do have just gun punch this nigga out the window.
They do have one flash that I guess is supposed to be a muzzle flash, but it is right before he falls out the window. And I am assuming that it's simply someone turning the light on and off in the room to illustrate the muzzle flash, because you don't see it.
Oh, that's funny. Then she walks outside, and Tiara just starts giving a standing ovation as Mac from S.H.I.E.L.D. he's like, I just got back from a mission, and she was like, yeah, fuck off, and then she just punched him in the face.
But also, like, when he was like, it's not what you think. It didn't even mean anything to me. I'm like, yo, this woman was just murdered. And like, even like, I felt when Taraji looked at him, like, what did you just say? It necessarily wasn't about, it's not about what I think, or I felt like she was more reactive to the part where he was like, it didn't mean anything to me. I'm like, but she was just.
Yeah. So like, some people think like the idea of cheating doesn't mean anything if it's like not emotional cheating. Like, no, you're still sticking your dick in somebody that you're not married to. Like,
right.
That's still pretty bad.
But also, it felt really callous about how like he reacted to Alexis being strangled at her own home and then really beaten afterward. Yeah,
he didn't seem to really give a fuck about that. It was like, I don't like that weird gaslighting. Like, it's not what you think. I think you were fucking this woman. It's exactly what I think.
Yeah.
And she punched him out, which I loved.
Just one follow-up question. For anything that sounds ridiculous, all you need is one follow-up question, and that person's argument or bullshit just falls right apart.
Yep, absolutely.
But what does it look like? What is it? If it's not what it looks like, what is it?
What is it?
Shield's calling. I gotta go.
I gotta go to Tahiti.
This movie is fine. It's silly, but it was fine.
Well, we forgot the last part, which is that she moves to a new place, goes back to work, and it's a nice ass like townhouse. I'm like,
it was very nice. It was very nice. She's on that lawyer salary.
Yep. And clearly
she found a new white lady best friend forever.
I thought it was the same lady at first. I was like, oh,
I did too. I was like, wait, what? Like, why'd she just pull out a picture of her and her friend? And now she's now she's got this other friend who looks exactly like her. That's weird.
I was like, damn, they don't like. I was like, oh, she came back. Like, she ain't have a shovel. She ain't have a shovel mark on her face or nothing. That's crazy. Good for her.
Also, I find it odd. I don't know if this is just a me thing, but I've been friends with Jay almost as long as you've been alive. I don't have a picture of just. First of all, I don't have a picture of he and I together. Like I don't think enough pictures have been taken outside of my wedding of he and I together, let alone a framed picture that I'm just gonna take with me in a box. Like, that's just weird. I ain't never been somebody's friend that bad.
You know what's fucked up? I have a picture of the two of us. There's other people in it.
Dude?
Like, no, it's other people in it. It's
all right.
Yeah,
no, it's not just us being like. That's fucking weird, man. That would be really wild, dude.
If that guy's what.
But now I want one, and I'm gonna when I move, I'm gonna have it right behind me the whole time. It's gonna be fucking strange.
I mean, in fact, Michael, we were saying, I'm like, Jay, do you want to respond to this?
Yeah, I know. It feels a little bit hurtful. Like, I would never. Like,
it's just
I know
weird,
this man for 30 years. I'll have one photo of us to show our friendship, and I've never been someone's friend that bad. I'm like,
he's like, I've never been proud of the fact that I have no friends with my friends. I have no pictures of my friends. Wow, thanks. Jesus Christ.
I was like, do I need to leave and log off and let y'all kind of work this out?
Like, meanwhile, I have a movie poster size image in my house. It's like really sad.
Well,
no,
Jay,
I have a great picture that was taken weirdly at my mother-in-law's memorial, but it was it was more positive than sad. It's me. Clearly, I said something, and it's me, my wife, and she's holding our daughter, you and my stepbrother, and we're all like laughing our ass off. It's actually a great picture. But that's it. That's because I don't believe in putting other men in pictures inside my house. That's it.
I mean, is it weird? Like, am I weird?
Yeah,
dude, it'd be a little weird because guys just don't do that. It's not weird. That's just like our weird homophobia and like male nonsense happening. Like, we don't have like the fucking picture of like best friends forever. Like, we just don't. Like, guys don't do shit like that. Women do things like that because they're allowed to be in touch with their feelings. Men are not.
I need you to say your weird what phobia?
No, but that's I'm saying a societal like homophobia and shit like that.
Yeah, there's a heterosexual there's a thing with heterosexual men that like they think that if they hug another man, they're gonna get they're gonna be gay, right?
Look,
it's just a thing. It's irrational.
Look, here's how bad it is. You know how many times you've seen pictures of Michael B. Jordan and Jonathan Majors hugging? That's how bad it is that has become such a big deal. Can you believe that these two men are standing next to each other and not having sex? It's so weird. They're friends. That's how weird it is for guys that they can't just be friends and buddies.
Like,
That's how weird it is.
I love that they're that close because it makes me wonder, like, how close are y'all really? And like,
see, why you gotta make it gross, yo? Why you gotta make it nasty, yo? You gotta see.
Yeah.
This is what happens in your little smut forums. You can't just have, and this is why, and this is exactly why Mike and I will never have that fucking buddy picture because of shit like that. That's why.
I'm like,
we're gonna take a picture of us fist fighting. That makes more sense.
Right.
I mean, look, I gotta break the tension somehow, but I just want, like, for men who are willing to put themselves in there, and break those barriers, especially since we know there's a lot of stigma when it comes to men and Black men like that. But I feel like
you can't even get it out. You can't even get it out. Go ahead.
Look, my bronchitis will not stop me from. Do men like that? Them in particular like to share, and I'm just saying that doesn't have to be.
This is where your little smut forums. Yeah, see.
Men who
Michael
ask,
B. Jordan
is
Johnson
this the...
Major. And him too. Yes, him too. And what do they share? Like,
see,
what do they share? I
but
don't
we
know.
don't have to talk about that right now. But like, this is just
late. I'm going to bed. I'm going to bed.
You're ridiculous. This is you're talking about too much like feelings and shit. I can't. My heterosexual levels are dropping, guys. I can't. I need a hetero shot.
But I'm telling you,
porn. I definitely
need to watch lesbian porn.
Like to share.
No dicks allowed. I gotta get my heterosexuality up while watching two homosexual women have sex. That'll do it.
I mean, it will though. Humans are fucking weird.
Straight men are ridiculous.
Yeah, we are. We are. But I'm telling you, like that picture of the two of them is hilarious because Mike is 100% right. You just won't see that, from like two guys. Like unless this nigga died. Like that would be the only example. Like, damn, like who was that? That's my best friend, He died in a war. Like we were war buddies, and we were fighting a foreign enemy, and we're in fatigues holding machine guns. Then and only then is it a little acceptable. Guys be like, what was it? It was Vietnam.
You gotta be holding. The more phallic symbols you're holding, the better.
That reduces it. Right? That reduces the men are weird, Men are weird. Look, the funny thing is, we're all laughing. Every straight dude listening to this is like, nah, that's true though. Like, that's true. Like, you gotta be holding like an axe or a sword or some shit.
Fellas, is it gay to call your best friend your best friend?
Yeah. That's
is it gay to have a best friend? Yep. Yeah.
According to the internet, probably.
Gay for 25 years, and that's it. That's what does it. Feelings and best friends. Why do you think men invented the high five? Because they don't want to touch each other's hands. Like it's just like, hey, what's up? All right, like that's quickly. Right, exactly.
Look, that's why men came up with the salute. Over there, stay over there, stay.
It sounds like y'all need some therapy.
Not from that Black woman on Twitter. She won't allow it. All right, we're just being goofy. All right, that is it for episode 240. We will be back with the preview episode for episode 241. Something a little bit more serious than No Good Deed, but that was a fun time. We will see you guys next time.
See ya.
Bye.
You're watching the Black on Black Cinema YouTube channel. Make sure you check out our full reviews of Black movies, past and present. And every other week, we do a preview episode where we talk about a random topic that affects the Black community.